Of course, like we said earlier this morning, before we started this meeting, one of the things we want from all the vendors coming in here is whether it's, whether it's hurt or whether it's ugly, we want the truth, and we'll, provide as much, coverage as we can. But I guess what I'm wondering, why did you get kicked off the project at the end? Would you restate that, because I kind of lost that part of it.
I think it's difficult for us to speculate why DHS has made the statements that they have made. However, from our experience, we were raising alarm far too often about things that we could not convince DHS to take note of. So in many ways, we got to be seen as a troublemaker. We were always raising issues around project structure, project governance, lack of architecture, lack of design, lack of the probability of things connecting in the end, and other voices in the project perhaps did not want the same message to be delivered to DHS. We're not entirely sure on speculative territory here, but we certainly were seen as a party that is waving the red flag far too often.
Okay, let me ask you, we've already asked the other two vendors that come before you for a timeline about when you raised issues during the process and with whom you raised the issues with. I don't see that in this handout. Is it in here? I'm missing it.
No, sir, it's not. We will put it together.
All right. Do you have the ability in your data, your records, to be able to go back and create a timeline from the very first time that you entered into the program to the time you were terminated from the program about when you raised issues along the way?
Yes, sir. We will do our best to put it together.
Okay, then we'd like to get that to Karen. One thing I want to draw attention to, we got 3 or 4 in the hopper. You got a printout here of something that was raised up earlier about 17 scopes of changes for the R1.5. And on that column, you have CMS or state, and they all say state. Would you speak to that, please, as to why you have CMS listed, but none of them identify CMS, they all identify state?
So this list is extracted from a much, much larger project change request list, which had hundreds of entries in it. We only extracted changes related to release 1.5, not to all the other releases. And it happens that the release 1.5 changes, to the best of our knowledge, were categorized as state-requested changes in our CMS. There are many other changes on that list that were CMS initiated, but they are not related to release 1.5.
Okay, and so the changes were any of these essential to the overall goal of EEF?
They are categorized from a priority or rather an impact. So if you look at the 3 urgent ones, 62, 63, and 65, were deemed as, you can call them showstoppers. Functionality that was deemed to be essential for the release to be effective.
Is that the ones that are indicated with 1 urgent, is that the priority category?
Correct, sir.
Okay. I've got a few more, but I'm going to yield right now and go to Member Senator Urban.